All right. So, hello, everyone, and welcome to Market Like a Pro Part 6. Tonight, we are going to go over Engage Like a Pro. We're going to talk about how to turn comments, DMs, and reactions into conversations that will convert. Of course, you guys should already know who it is. Ash Knows Travel, and this is my corporate training series, Market Like a Pro. So, tonight, we're going to really talk about how it's not just about how many people are seeing you, it's actually about how many people you are connecting with. So this training is going to teach you how to transform those quick likes, etc., into loyal clients because I feel like a lot of the times we are missing out on so many different leads because we don't know how to talk to them or we're nervous to talk to them. Do we all agree with that? Especially within our first year. I feel like a lot of us are like, okay, what do I say? How do I approach this person? Right? Or you'll send an inquiry and then you're like, okay, do I follow up? When do I follow up? Like there's just so many parts of that that we need to cover. So I'm hoping we'll cover a vast majority of it tonight and that you will leave, of course, with the gift because it is the gift giving season, right? I always like to give gifts with my trainings. So everything that I'm showing you tonight will be in a beautiful document for you that you get to take with you at the end of this training. And I'm hoping that you leave a little bit better at engaging by the end of this. All right. So let's go ahead and dive in, shall we? A little bit of a table of contents, what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to basically take engagement from surface level and just turn it into a strategic idea. Okay. We're going to understand the psychology of why people engage. We're going to learn about the 3 C's of professional connection. We're going to master the 3 different types of engagement that's very popular: inbound, outbound, and even story engagement. And we're going to measure what truly matters and how one comment can kind of ripple into 10 clients, etc. Right? We're going to take it and then we're going to want to scale it to another level of turning that one comment into tag this person, whatever. Okay. So we're going to be covering all of that tonight. All right. So, starting right off, we have the psychology of engagement. So, engagement isn't just interaction, it's actually influence. It's the emotional connection people feel when they see themselves in your content. So, why do people typically engage? The minor effect of people engaging. Think about when you're liking, okay? When I'm talking about this, I want you to think about every time you've ever engaged on a post. When you're engaging, it could be a mirror effect of people respond to when they feel seen or understood, which means they did what? They related to the post. If you liked something, you related to it. If you thought maybe it was funny or it made you smile, you automatically go in there and like that post, right? You automatically go in there and heart that or you comment below. What you feel is typically how you react and engage with a post. So micro validation, comments and replies trigger a dopamine boost and it makes people feel valued. Did we know that? Did you guys know that when you're commenting on something and you reply to something, think about it when you're posting now on TikTok, whatever. When somebody comments on something, you feel great about that, right? When you see somebody liking your post because you posted it and people are approving it, you like that and it makes you feel happy. You're like, wow, like this is working. This is doing great, okay? So we're going to take that and we're going to kind of reverse that, okay? Tonight I'm going to explain basically why they're liking your stuff, you need to be in return engaging with them and liking their stuff. It's basically what we're going to go through. And I'm going to talk about how to do so. Okay. So we're going to take that and we're basically going to reciprocate it and go into when you engage first, your audience naturally wants to engage back. So a lot of us are just posting and we're waiting for the engagement. We're waiting for them to come to us. But what I'm going to talk about tonight essentially is how we can take that same idea of they're waiting just like we're waiting, and we can kind of naturally attract them to our post by engaging with them on the same level. Okay. So essentially, what I'm trying to say, sorry guys, I have a little bit of a cold. I don't know if it's a change of the season. It's cold here all of a sudden, so ignore my coughing. Okay. But you don't attract followers. You have to train your audience to care about what you're posting. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. I started Ash Knows Travel. Most of you know that's me by now, right? I started that back at the end of July, is when I really just started. And I've always been a trainer. I've been a corporate trainer. I've done many things throughout the years, but I really took it serious at the end of July, right? And nobody really cared about it at first. just like when we're doing our travel business, people are like, what is this? What is that? Right? So then I started just engaging with people on what I'm doing. I started sharing every single detail of it. And then I started sharing the wins inside of it. Okay. I, in the setting of that, trained all of the people around me, not really trained, but I've taught them, hey, this is important to me. This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm winning. This is how it works. Okay. You guys have to do the exact same thing on your platform. Okay. You have to be able to get the followers and the audience that you are wanting to attract. You have to go in there and teach them how to care about what you're posting. Now, normally we do that through the post, and that's what we've been talking about for through all of Market Like a Pro. But now I want you guys to also kind of go in there and tell them, hey, I care about what you're posting. Has anybody ever done that? Has anybody like a lot of people kind of teach this in marketing, but do people now, do you guys ever reach out to the people that you are already following on your social medias? Like, do you follow people back on social media, or are you just one of those people that just, okay, they followed me, great? Like, let me know in the chat. Comment. How are you guys approaching engagement now? Are you waiting for engagement, or are you actually going in and engaging with them in advance? I'm going to open up my chat box here. Looking for feedback. Yes. There we go. I follow back. I follow back. Go in and engage. Okay. Follow back is really well. That's perfect. You know what happens when you follow back? You start appearing to their friends because you become their friend, and then it suggests you to other friends. Did you know that? Especially on TikTok. And if you're, like, say, if you have a personal account, maybe you don't want to push your business into everybody's, hey, this is my business. Okay. I recommend you doing it. Maybe you don't. But even if you do your own personal account, every account that is attached underneath you when you log in shows up to everybody else. So if I even liked somebody on my personal account, they will later see my business account as a suggestion. Did you know that? Have you ever had it where you've seen somebody's business later on? Yes, that's exactly what it does. Okay. Elizabeth, that is the best thing ever. That's exactly what she said. I save it, I share it, I repost it, I like, and I comment it. That is probably one of the best engagement structures that you can do. Okay. Now, when somebody does that, or when you do that to somebody, it feels really great, right? So that's the psychology of it. That fear, the feeling that you get when you get the engagement. These people, they're posting. Everybody's trying to do social media right now. They want the same thing. So instead of us just going out here and posting travel, 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 how about we just start engaging with the people that are around us? And then when it's time for them to travel, they're already warm leads because we've already talked to them before. They trust us, right? That's exactly what we're going to go over tonight. Okay. I'm going to keep going. I could preach about this all day long. I love the engagement factor. It's something so nice. Um, I pop into lives and comment. I did this for a week for over 2 days. Over 2 days, I gained another 50 followers. Yes, exactly. Because people get suggested to you. The more you use the platform that you want to do well on, the better. Like, the more, and I mean use it, I mean like liking stuff, sharing stuff, commenting stuff. The more you do that, the more your reach grows because you're engaging with the platform. So always try to make sure that you're doing that, right? Now, why engagement is the real algorithm. Okay. You can never base the views of somebody's post. How many of you guys on TikTok are posting and you get like 150 views, or you get 200 views, and then like you get another post going and then you get like 2,000 views, and then you come back and post again and you get like 20 views, right? We can never use views as like a real like algorithm, like, oh, it's working, it's doing great. The best way to always measure your algorithm is going to be on who engaged with you where, right? So basically, what I'm trying to say is likes are surface level of that engagement algorithm, right? So not just views. Views are we okay, great. Somebody saw it. The more the views, the better. But what drives that view? Does anybody knows what drives the views, especially on TikTok? What drives the views? I'm talking about it right now. Comment. I want to see if are we paying attention? Come on. Somebody has to know. What drives the views on a platform like TikTok? Nope. Nope. There we go. Tara got it. Sandra got it. Cynthia got it. That's what I'm talking about. Engagement. Views are passive curiosity. But you don't get any views, John, if you have no engagement. Literally, especially on TikTok. Right when you drop that video, that first like 15-minute window, if you don't get any engagement, they take it off the For You page. All right, great, right? But if you drop it on there and someone liked it, somebody shared it, somebody commented on it, it's automatically going to start driving because the platform's going to go, oh, somebody's watching her stuff, oh, they like her stuff, oh, let's share it to other people, right? And it gets to a point that it adds like a search bar underneath your name. Have you ever seen that on TikTok where it has a search bar? Like when I post on mine, I started a TikTok now, it's Ash Knows Travel, and I share all my training like highlights there so I can bring in more people, right? Every time I post there, it automatically lists me as a travel agency. That means that I'm posting enough to where the views are curating a part where it searches, right? That is what that is, Elizabeth. Once you start posting and the algorithm picks you up because it's getting engagement, it's going to classify you and it's going to populate what something would search. Like if they search travel agency, Ash Knows Travel automatically will populate because I've posted, they picked it up, they used the keywords, they picked up the hashtags. The algorithm is paying attention to it. But engagement, guys, is the core to that algorithm. All right. So that was a lot, right? Whew, we just went through a whole power. That wasn't even the training. I just went off on a deep end. I'm just trying to avoid spam marketers nowadays. I understand that. Mic drop. Right? Okay. All right. So that went way deeper. But you guys, this is some powerful stuff here. Like we're gonna find the core to this. We're gonna figure this stuff out, right? So like I said, likes are service level or surface level. Comments and conversations are currency, right? The algorithm favors human connection, and so do people. The more authentic your energy is, the more the algorithm rewards you. Okay. Now, how do we fix the algorithm? Maybe the video you posted was absolutely amazing, but it's not really working, or you're not finding as many, engagement types. There's certain parts of that that we'll have to fix. Okay. But how can we boost it outside of that? Replying. Replying automatically. If somebody likes your post, comment and tag them in it. Thank you so much for liking it. Send them a DM. On TikTok, you can reply to a like and send it to their DM and just say, hey, okay? That will boost that visibility. That will pick it up on the algorithm because they're going, oh, wait, somebody just sent a DM based off this post, right? Comments build authority. I also suggest commenting on your own post. Absolutely commenting on your own post, especially if you're on YouTube. You will always see me comment on my YouTube and I pin it to the top because I want everybody to see it, right? Commenting on your own post. Comment hashtags on your own post if you want to. Comment a link. Comment whatever you want. Bringing that back to life by hashtag my own post. That's exactly it, Jeanette. You can do that too. And bringing it back to life because you're commenting on it. Even if there's an old post, like I have one post. I don't know if you guys ever heard the story about the freaky resort that I made a joke about and it went viral. Every few months, somebody will go in there, okay, and it trends. It'll trend and it will die, and then it will trend again. Does everybody ever have a post like that? Have ever went viral yet? Like, the virality never ends. Just once you go viral once, it'll recirculate, okay? How does it recirculate? Engagement. As soon as somebody comes back to it, it'll populate one time on a For You page. They comment it, they like it, brings it right back, right? So those comments are what's going to sustain the engagement part, though. The more we like likes, okay, those are nice, but the comments and that conversation, like it says, it builds authority. It holds that placement inside the algorithm, okay? Conversations create conversions. Absolutely. I agree with that. That's our main goal. Every time we're posting, we want to convert a booking, right? So the more we convert or the more we ask questions, the more conversations we're having on the post, that helps build the algorithm, but it helps build the main goal, which is what? Get bookings, because that's honestly our main goal at the end of the day, right? Right. So that is why the engagement is the real algorithm. That was a whole story. Let's go. All right. Next thing we're going to talk about is the 3 C's of pro level engagement. Okay. There are 3 different types of engagement that we want to kind of hit. So the first one, always, always, always ask questions that open conversations. If somebody comments on something, and I've really gotten a lot better about this, okay? Because, excuse me, I'm monetized on Facebook. Is anybody here monetized on Facebook? You might already be monetized on Facebook and you don't know. Like there has been an update on Facebook now, and you have to go and add it and like turn it on. And I didn't know that for the longest time. I had some kind of option to get stars. It's under your professional dashboard. Yeah, you can ask the chat to help you with open-ended questions. Oh, that's a good point. Not yet. Okay, just check it. Go under your professional dashboard, okay, on your main page, and then open it, and it will tell you what you need to do to get monetization. I didn't know about that, but do you know what drove that to that monetization? These open-ended questions. The more questions that I ask on a post, the more I get paid on a post. And this is why I'm telling you guys as somebody who is monetized now. Okay, it took me a little bit of time to figure it out, but since I got monetized 2 days ago was when I actually figured out how to do the update. I've already made $2. Like, and that's silly, but like all I'm doing is just engaging and I'm working towards my business and I'm getting paid on Facebook now to do that. Like, if you haven't seen my Facebook yet, I just got monetized on YouTube, right? So I did the YouTube and then like just the Facebook is just in there. You guys can do the exact same thing, right? You have to start somewhere. Yes, you're exactly right. Facebook is super easy to do because we can do this. Well, everything I'm telling you right now, you will be able to just literally go Elizabeth, send me a personal message. I'll help you. Okay. But you guys can literally just go and start engaging with people. Okay. We're going to talk about what I mean by engaging, right? But it just make it easier. Don't overthink it. So, first one, ask questions that open conversations, even if it's not your own post. If you see somebody traveling, we need to get in front of those people because if they travel once, guess what? They're going to travel again. So, what's your dream destination for 2025? You see somebody traveling. Oh, you just went here? Let me know how it is. I want to be able to suggest it to other clients. Open questions every time you see that. And that's going to help bring people back to what? To you, right? Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jeanette. Uh, but Tara, this is a great way to do that. Tara says she needs 500 followers. Okay. In order for you to get those followers, engagement is a great way. When I start engaging with people, they automatically start coming to follow me because they realize, oh, hey. And now, another part of this engagement, we'll dig a little bit deeper. Okay. The biggest thing I can tell you is on your personal page, this is a little pro tip. Okay, on your personal page, put your link tree. Put whatever, if you don't use link tree, I don't care what you use, your jot form, I don't care. Put it inside your bio. And I mean like your actual bio. Like, you know how you have like your little saying at the top of the whatever you put the link tree in there. Okay. What I'm saying is that when you start engaging with these people and what we're leaving with today, when you start doing this, they're going to start coming to you. Okay. The best way for them to come to you is through like just a link. Just leave it on there. You don't have to put it in every post. You don't have to suggest it. Don't be salesy, but leave it in there so they have somewhere to go. Okay. Pro tip right there. But back to what we're talking about. So, first one, like I said, was curiosity. The next one you have to do is be consistent about it. The people that you know are traveling a lot, those are your hot people that you want to go and say, hey, like, oh, that's what you're doing? You're traveling? Oh, well, let's talk about it. What was the best place that you enjoyed when you went to Italy? Maybe I'll suggest it to a future client. That way they feel like you're bringing them in. Like it's not like I'm trying to sell something to you. It's hey, like, thank you for teaching me that. Now let me teach you this kind of deal, right? Like we want to be able to just kind of bring them in naturally so that when it's time for them to travel again, they remember, oh yeah, that's right. Ash does that, right? So be consistent when it comes to engaging and be very natural about it. So if it's somebody's birthday, how many of you guys are wishing people happy birthdays? Facebook even tells you when it's their birthday. Does anybody wish people happy birthdays? That seems so silly, right? Okay. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you something really funny. So I used to work with this girl back in the day at the hospital. I told her happy birthday 3 weeks ago. She just did an inquiry like a few days ago to go to Las Vegas. Like it's something so silly because I like hello. I commented, she said thank you. Guess what she probably did right after that? Went to my page and guess what was there? My link, right? It's just something simple like that. We just have to stay in front of them. I tell this to everybody I'm on doing presentations. I always say this, right? We're already selling travel. Like people travel every day, though they're going to travel regardless if we sell it to them or not. So we need to get in front of them and say, hey, travel, right? Not be weird about it, but happy birthday. And then you go view who I am. Perfect, right? I used to, yes, Mary, yes, to tell people happy birthday. They love that. How do you guys feel when you get happy birthdays, right? We feel great. We want to make them feel that way, which leads me to the next one, care. We want to show them that we care. You will get a booking faster by someone trusting you than you will by posting a sale. Can we agree with that? 90% of the people that book with us is because they trust us, right? We can build trust by engagement. Absolutely. By showing them that we care in between all of the posts that we're doing, because we've been posting. I taught you guys how to post and Market Like a Pro, like 4 or 5 or something like that, right? We talked about posting. But now we need to do the other part of it. Now it's scheduled. Now it's posting going. We're not done. We're not done for the month. We still have other things to do, right? So this is a perfect time to do the engagement. Now, let me ask you something. How many of you guys late at night scroll on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram? I don't care what you do. Whatever your platform of choice is. How many of you guys do that naturally? I know I do, especially after those kids go to bed. Leave me alone. I'm about to Facebook for an hour. Okay? This is when I want you to do it. That's what I want you to do it. If you are already scrolling, like things, comment things, repost things. Don't do it. I'm not telling you to go out of your way to do this. You're already doing it naturally, right? Like even if you wake up in the morning and you're drinking your coffee or something, take it and use it as to a habit of something that you're naturally doing. Okay. That's where I'm getting at. So lastly, like I said, personalize your responses. People know when it's genuine. Yeah. Don't comment on somebody's post and just be like, oh, happy birthday. No, happy birthday. I hope it's your best year yet. Boom. That's, I care, right? If you cared about somebody's trip, comment and say, hey, that trip looks amazing. How did it go at blah, 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 right? Have a conversation with them and make sure you're asking the questions in the process, okay? Every message you send is a micro version of your customer service. Love that. Absolutely. All right, next one. The 3 types of engagement that matter. Okay. So, everybody, when they think of engagement, they automatically just assume it's how they posted and somebody reacted to a post. That is not how engagement works. There are 3 different levels. First one, inbound engagement. Inbound engagement is how you respond to comments, DMs, and mentions. How you respond to them and how fast you respond to them is going to really help drive your algorithm, right? But the other part to that algorithm is the outbound, which we just covered. How you reach out to others daily also is going to factor into that algorithm. And then lastly, the last one we're going to talk about is passive engagement. Passive engagement is done by stories, reactions. When you guys post those stories and they do like the little bar and they push it up, polls, emoji replies. These people right here, those are warm. Those are warm leads right there. When they start engaging on your platform, think about it like this. Have you ever seen something and you were compelled to engage with it, right? Something maybe triggered you or something brought your curiosity or you have a question and you're like, what was that? Like that engagement that I know you're thinking, oh, wow, that was crazy what they posted. But for them, they're thinking, man, what's the craziest thing I can post to get engagement so I can get paid? I know what it's called. It's called rage baiting. Have you guys ever seen that on TikTok and stuff like that? Those people, that's what they're thinking. When they're posting like that, they're thinking, how many times can I get somebody to comment? Now, we're not going to do that, obviously. Okay. But when you're posting stuff, I want you to think like that. Like, what kind of story could I post to get a good reaction? What kind of question could I ask with my passive engagement, is what we're going for. What kind of question could I ask to make them answer the poll? Emoji replies when they can move the emoji bar up, right? Share a destination, put an emoji reply on it. Something like that is how a great way to pull people in because if they like it and they're compelled to do it, they will. All right. All 3 of these, though, regardless, keep you top of mind on your client's feed because you are using the platform and you're engaging with it. Now, inbound engagement like a pro, make sure always to never leave a comment or a message cold. Always make sure that you reply within 24 hours. Does everybody do that? Excuse me. Does everybody reply within 24 hours? When it comes to an inquiry, when it comes, especially an inquiry, please. I reply within an hour. I get an inquiry. I will send a text message with a thank you for sending this inquiry. I will get back to you as soon as I have it done. Blah blah blah. Right. Same thing with these engagements when it comes to messages, or even the comments, etc. I know it's a little hard to do, but when it comes to the messages, you guys know they measure us when it's our time for responses on our business pages. So make sure you never leave those. Yes, of course. Be cautious with that one. Yeah. If they look like spammy, then yeah, for sure. All right. Next, when it comes to the inbound engagement, guys, make sure you match their tone. If the conversation's friendly, warm, or they're just trying to like learn more, make sure you don't end it because a lot of us, especially when we're new, we have a tendency to just kind of like close it out. Like, oh, they'll be like, oh, this looks great. And then you're just like, yeah, I know. Yeah, it looks great, doesn't it? No, well, what would you like? Would you be interested in maybe traveling there? Have you thought about maybe exploring it? Like a lot of us put like what I call it, putting our foot in our own mouth, right? Because we just shut ourselves off. We can't do that. That stops the conversation. We need to take that engagement, whatever it was, whatever that comment was, and turn it into a warm lead because they're actually interested enough to comment. That's crazy. Let's use it, right? Next, end with a light question or a call to action. Always, if they're interested in something, lead them to a link, lead them to a place where they can put more information. Keep the conversation going, even if it's off the platform, still drive that to a next step, right? So, examples here. Thank you. Are you thinking about vacation soon? Next, I loved that resort too. Have you ever been to Mexico? These, I know they seem silly right now, but in a setting that could easily turn into a conversion. That could easily turn into a booking, right? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Okay. Next, outbound. Start the conversation. I feel like this is the hardest one. Do you guys agree? Outbound engagement is hard. Outbound engagement can be weird, right? I don't want you to be weird about it. I feel like yes, Fred said yes. I agree. Okay, so I feel like it's the hardest one, and it's something that even I myself kind of struggle with, and I try to do better with. But I feel like it's important that we don't skip this step. We don't want to skip the outbound part because we kind of hurt our own reach when we stop using that platform. So, for example, if you want engagement, did you mean when we initiate? Yes, that's what I mean. So outbound means you're starting the conversation. Inbound is when they like your post, when they comment on your post, they're already coming to us, right? But outbound is when we're scrolling and we find something, or they posted a picture and we comment on it, right? Elizabeth said she likes this one. All right. If you want engagement, give it first. The more you're using on this platform, comment on 5 to 10 posts daily from ideal clients to or fellow travelers. There we go. Right? Those are the people that we want to book. Leave thoughtful comments, not emojis, always, and reply to stories you genuinely relate to. The more you're connecting with them, the more they feel comfortable with you. And that's how we can build that to a conversion. Okay. The more you show up, the more they remember you when it's time to book. Basically, that's what I'm trying to say. Right. Next, DMs that build trust. Has anybody ever sent a DM to somebody based off of like a comment or anything like that? I feel like that one for me, I'm not comfortable with as doing as much, but I feel like I've missed out on so many potential leads because I hindered myself in that field. So I always want to suggest it. I'm not saying go hit up Susan because she decided to travel next week. That's not what I'm saying. Okay. We're avoiding the cells you slide in. I'm not saying like that. What I'm saying is if you see somebody and they're talking about they want to go here, then say, hey, I saw your post about wanting to go somewhere warm. I have a few ideas if you're still planning. That's not salesy at all. That's what you do. You're a travel agent. You're supposed to advise them on it. And maybe they might not book with you, but you started a warm lead automatically, right? Your beach photos made me miss Jamaica. Have you been before or is it on your list, right? Hmm. That doesn't even make sense. Of course, they made me miss Jamaica. Okay, I got it. I had to reread that. I was like, what? They just went to Jamaica. They're saying just beach photos in general. Never mind. Okay, so your beach photos made me miss Jamaica. Have you ever been or is it on your list? Another great way to start a conversation because now you could talk about how the beach looks like Jamaica. Perfect, right? The reason I'm saying this is just another part of that engagement, especially if they're commenting on something a lot of the times you will see the part where it says reply in a DM. If they have that option, do it. It still counts as engagement on the platform. It can help convert to a booking. Okay. Next, story engagement. How many of you guys are currently using your story? Does anybody use their story? The story is a hidden spot that has a lot of potential. Think about it when you go see somebody's page, right? Their new page. What's the first thing you see? If you see them posting a story, don't you go open it? Or is that just me? I'm nosy. I want to see what they're saying. So I will go in there and I'll open it. All of my posts are shared to my story. Perfect. That's what we want. We definitely want that. Ooh, sorry. All right. So, what do we mean by story engagement? Story engagement, honestly, guys, it helps bring your visibility. The more you're posting to your story, the more people are going to see you. When they see you, they click on that story, which opens it, right? Stories are basically like micro conversations. You can use polls, quizzes, and even reaction stickers to create interaction points. So, good examples. Would you rather Greece or Italy? Now, I'm going to tell you something. This kind of post is only going to work if you're actually posting in general. If you are not posting at all in that platform, do not do one of these story engagements. It won't work. You have to build that reach in order to get the engagement. Okay. So make sure you watch like Market Like a Pro. I think that was 5 or 4 or something like that. Right. It doesn't matter. It doesn't, Elizabeth, it could be TikTok or Facebook. It doesn't matter. Whatever platform you are comfortable on, that you are working on, use it. Okay. Right now, I'm working on Facebook because I just realized that I could monetize and make money on it. So, guess what? I'm posting all the stories on there. Right. And I don't expect a lot of feedback on it. And I will always tell you guys not ever expect instant results from one post. That's never going to happen. Right. It is a series. Yes. Elizabeth said, is this course a series? Yes, this is part 7. I have a whole YouTube. I'll share you the series later. Okay. Um, but yeah, we're building on. So, like I was saying, story engagement equals visibility. So, next one we have all inclusive or cruise. What's your vibe? This is a great one because we could pitch a cruise or an all inclusive after, right? Perfect. I like that one. Ask me anything about planning your next trip. How many of you guys have ever thought about doing a Q&A? That's a good one. If you want to do lives on Facebook or TikToks, do a Q&A. I highly recommend those, okay? But each tap, whether they're commenting, they're liking, they're, you just hearting something, whatever it is inside that story that you give them the option to do, will boost your visibility for 48 hours. Did you know that? A lot of people don't know that, but ChatGPT is the one that shared that one with me. So every time somebody is going in there and they're clicking that, it's help boosting you. It's just pushing you back up. There it is. Okay. Now, I will tell you something. After 24 hours, what happens with that post? It goes away. So the best thing to do is post another one within 24 hours to keep it going. Always. I'm not asking you to post like 20,000 things on your stories, but does anybody know Liz? You guys might not know Liz, but Liz, she told me a long time ago when she was monetized on Instagram, the best way that she brought in her monetization was posting to her story. Yeah, because it would just boost her visibility because she's just going. And it's simple. You guys are, especially if like you're on an Instagram, share it to your story. Share it to your story, right? Keep that invisibility going regardless of when you're posting on your page or not. Okay. The energy of engagement, your tone equals your results. If you're curious, you're kind, and you're consistent, you will build connections. If you are pushy, you're weird about it, you're robotic, or you're inconsistent, it's going to break the trust. And what do I mean by that? Don't slide into their DMs and be weird. Don't be salesy. Don't try to push something onto somebody. I'd never ever suggest that. But just be really genuine about engaging. That genuine engagement is what's going to build that clientele. So post with the energy you want to receive and respond like the advisor people want to talk to. And that is one of the best ways that you can drive your engagement. Now, I do have a lot of mini scripts that I'm going to give you inside the gift, but these are just some great ways that you guys can kind of get these quick prompts going when you don't know what to say. Now, I'm not going to obviously ask you to go and comment these or anything like that, but I want you to read over them inside the gift when I give it to you, okay? Because I want you to remember this. That's all I'm saying. When you watch one of my trainings and you reach one of these situations, I just want you to go, "Oh yeah, that's right. Ash said to do this." Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted, all right? But this looks amazing. Where was this? This is spot on my list too. Do you love it? Just simple things like this, okay? Keep it short, sincere, and situational so that they feel like it's genuine. Now, I will give you all of that, okay? Now, this is what I was telling you guys about late night when you guys are scrolling. I call this is what I do. It's the 15-minute engagement routine, okay? 5 minutes. I have to do this multiple times a day. I have ADHD, like on a very serious level, and it's great because I can do a lot of things very quickly. but I also have to stop myself. So you guys ever know, like when you're commenting on my page and you're like, guide, and I don't reply right away? It's because I haven't done this yet. This is what I do. Okay. So 5 minutes, I reply to all my DMs and comments at one time. I go through each of my platforms that I'm commenting on, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. And I sit down and I go through all of them. And I do this periodically throughout the day too. Next, I comment on ideal client post. If I'm just taking a break, I'll start scrolling. I start commenting then. And then within the last 5 minutes, I go in there and I engage with stories or reels. Now, do sometimes I kind of go into a deep dive? Yeah, absolutely. But the idea is that within 15 minutes of me just taking time out of my day, here, and here, a few times, right? You can literally triple your reach in your relationships by just simple conversations. And I think that is something as advisors we overlook because we're working so hard to get a booking that we're missing the core part of who we are. We want to make travel our life, right? That's our goal here. We want to work from home, we want to travel. We can't do that if we're just pushing it all the time. We have to build that clientele to get that travel from. That's what I'm hoping to do here. Okay. You can easily do that by just taking 15 minutes out, maybe in the morning, 15 minutes out after you eat lunch, 15 minutes before you go to bed. That can definitely help boost that engagement and boost your visibility. Yes, thank you, Elizabeth. She said that was amazing advice. You, girl, you're my hype girl tonight. I love you. Let's go. All right, next one. Engagement metrics that actually matter. Okay. Corporate ready insights. I like that. That measure connection, not clout. Wow. Wow. Okay. Corporate ready insights that measure connection, not clout. Okay, here we go. So these are the metrics that I want you to look at when you're looking for engagement. Okay. The save rate. The save rate. If people are saving your stuff, it proves that your content is valuable enough to be revisited. How many of you guys have ever put inside your post the save for later? Does anybody do save for laters? Those little stickers that you can slap into the post, those save for laters can help you dramatically. Yes, that is one of the best things that you can do is a save for later. Next, DM conversion rate. Okay. The more DMs you're receiving, or the more even the comments, honestly, is one of the best ways that you can turn curiosity into conversations. So, if you received a lot of DMs from a post, or you got a lot of comments on a post, okay, you know that it's working. You know that's engagement. Okay. Next, excuse me, engagement to follower ratio. Now, I measured this one a lot on YouTube, but you can measure it easily on TikTok and Facebook too. They have this inside the metrics. If you have gotten a post where you are gaining followers from, please reuse it. Okay. If it's working, redo it. Don't out like I don't know. I find with new agents, they will post something once and they're like, oh yeah, that did great. And then they move on to something else. Okay, it did great. Do it again. Right? Like treat the engagement, okay, like it's a metric. And I want you to go, oh, wait, okay, that's what's working. So treat it like client retention. Okay. Focus on consistency and not on spikes. Just because one post did good doesn't mean it's always going to do good, but we can retry it. Right. So I hope that's helping you guys a little bit because I feel like these metrics, these are so crazy. There's so many different metrics that we have, right? But engagement is the core to when it comes to the yes. That's what I have trouble with is reading the metric. Yes. So, which part? Hold on. Why does this help? Wait, bucket list traveler, let me know. I don't know what part you're commenting on. So there's so many variables. There are, but these are the core ones for engagement. And if you're asking why does that help when it comes to the metrics, it's going to be the save. So the save metric in general, she said, what is the save metric? Is what? How does that help? So when they save it, that means that they're going to revisit it. The algorithm, particularly TikTok in this method, most people save things in TikTok. When they save that, the algorithm goes, oh, this is something valuable. This is because they want to reuse it or they need it for later, right? That's what that save does. Do you know what I'm talking about? I know your name, but I know it's not Bucket List Traveler. I know your name. But you know, when you have the heart and then you have the comment, then you have the repost and then you have the save, that save is the feature I'm talking about. That feature right there means that they want to come back later and they want to revisit it. Anytime you're saving that, automatically boosts that engagement. So yes, highly recommend doing that, right? Do they track you if you actually go back and revisit? Yeah, it is going to retrack you. Absolutely, Jeanette, because you're opening it again. Yeah. When on that viral post that I had, the one that with the freaky resorts, I literally put save for later right at the beginning of it. And it has a ton of saves on it. And guess what that did? Brings the algorithm right back because the algorithm's, oh, they're saving that. It must be important. Let me share it to other people. Exactly. I save it. It's the ribbon I think that looks like a ribbon. Yep, that's exactly what it is. So that's what that does. Good question. All right. So now I have a challenge for you guys. Okay. I like to leave you guys with a challenge so you kind of know what to do with the information I'm giving you because I feel like I just throw things at you all day long. So for the next 3 days, I want you guys to promise me. I want you guys to reply to every comment and DM within 24 hours. I want you to be on it. I want you to be conversational. I want you to comment meaningful things on posts. I don't care how many you do a day, whatever you get to. But if you see something that you normally wouldn't comment on, just comment on it. Just something nice. Okay. You don't have, like, just think how it feels when somebody comments on your post. Share it. Share the exact same feeling to somebody else. Okay. And then I want you guys to start posting on your stories. Post one story at least with an engagement sticker at least once a day and see where it goes. I promise you, you're going to do great. All right. So now I've given you all of that information and you're like, okay, what do I do with it? Great. I've got you on that one too. Okay. Give me 1 second, Myra. I'll answer your question. Let me just get to the end, and then we'll have a Q&A so I can get to this one. Okay. And I know exactly what you're talking about. Challenge accepted. I love that, Shannon. All right. So let me show you this before we get to it. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys this to leave with tonight so that you're not just leaving on your own without any good stuff. We need the good stuff. All right. So let's see here. Engage like a pro. So how do you use this? I have it already set up for you. So now I'm telling you what to do. Now I'm going to give you the tools to do it. All right. So I got 15 DM and comment starters in case you need them. Like I said, just review them. Okay. I just want you to get an idea of what to say. I have 5 story poll templates already set in here for you. I'll scroll down to them here so you can already get that set up. Good to go. And I even have 3 conversation flow examples for converting leads. I want you guys to read these so you guys can have an idea of how to convert them. Okay. All right. And then lastly, just my engagement tips that I share in case you forgot. Okay. So if you guys want this just to kind of help you get started, what did I say? Comment, engage. Yeah. Especially if you're watching the recording. If you want this and you're watching the recording of this version, okay, comment, engage, because that's the only way I share it. That's my engagement deal with you guys. Yeah. Engage. You like that? All right. Let me drop this in the chat real quick. And if you're watching a recording, just comment below and I will drop it in the comments for you too. All right. Now, there's that for you. Take it. All you have to do is open it. Make sure you have Google Doc. Look at all of you opening it. There it is. Boom. I already know what to do. Oh, I'll comment it again for you. There you go. You're welcome. All right. Now, I'm almost done. Hold on. Don't leave me yet. Now that you got your goodies, hold on. All right. So, there is what's included. Now, I want to talk real quick about why I'm teaching you guys all of this. I want to show you what's going to happen when you start doing this, okay? This is the ripple effect of engagement. One genuine comment can become a conversation. Think of it like that. One conversation can become a client, and one client can turn into 10 referrals. So think about that when you're engaging. I know it seems kind of silly. I'm just like, go tell somebody happy birthday, right? But one genuine comment, listen to what I'm telling you. One genuine comment can become a whole conversation that leads to a client that leads to referrals. So, engagement is the heartbeat of your marketing. The more real it feels, the stronger your brand grows. Every like, reply, or DM is just a seed of trust. So, you got to make sure you're nurturing it daily, right? Now, we have some key takeaways. I've already told you engagement equals connection and conversion. Be real and not robotic. And you don't need more followers. Yes. Oof. Let me reread that. Hold on. You don't need more followers. You just need better relationships. Do you agree with that? Now, a lot of us are probably already working on the followers because we're posting daily, but we're not building relationships with these followers. They're just liking our page. We need to find a way to bring them in, right? The right conversation is worth more than 1,000 views every single time. Is it just a view, right? We need a booking. We don't need a view. We need a booking. Okay. So, wrap up and a little motivation. I want you guys to start small with this, but be intentional and end up being consistent so it actually turns into something real, right? And I want to go ahead and let you guys know too, while you're watching this, on the fourth Monday, I will be back. Okay. This is pretty much all I have for tonight for this part. But on the fourth Monday, I will be back and we're going to talk about scheduling like a pro. Now, the reason why I'm coming back for the fourth Monday to schedule like a pro, because that will be the end of the month. So I was thinking, how about we meet live together and schedule all of our stuff for next month? How do we feel about that? At the end of the month, we will all get together on a corporate live. If you have new agents that need help with scheduling, this is a training for them. If you have people like maybe on your team, just in general that they're not even yours, this is one of those trainings that they're definitely going to join me on. And it's still here, same place, same time, whatever. But it's the fourth Monday. Okay. So that's when I'll be hitting that topic because, yes, yeah, I literally sit down and we go through it together. Now, I do this normally on my YouTube channel, which is on the next page here. Um, I do this every month on my